Social media. Where do we even begin?
Disclaimer. Sorry if any of the following content offends you or someone you know. This was made with the intent of showing viewers the studies done on social media and its effects on users. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the video.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to look inside us and ask the question, how do we portray ourselves on social media to appear more beautiful?
Yes. But first, we need to know more about this so-called social media.
Social media is a form of network that allows you to share and create content. This could include videos or, most importantly, today, photos.
Surprisingly, there are many pros of social media. It allows us to connect with people we may have not met otherwise, or reconnect with people that we grew apart from. Nowadays, many people have jobs stemming from social media, such as YouTubers or influencers.
Okay, but let's be honest. Is influencer a real job?
No, it is not. That being said, there are also cons to social media. In worst case scenario, a young kid on social media could come in contact with a predator more easily. More commonly, young girls use social media. This exposes them to the ideal body from when they're young. Then when they're older, they have the desire for this ideal body. So by the time they are teenagers, these girls could have a higher risk in developing depression because they don't look like the girls in the photos.
On top of that, a recently released article by The Inquisitive Mind could explain what happens with that of peer pressure and that of social acceptance. The biggest, though, is mainly that of their statements on peer pressure, in which they say in recent studies, with 600 undergraduate women, they are trying to change their appearances to appeal to older men and some attractive ones, mostly appealing to the older ones for their interest in money. They can change their bodies through editing the photos they have taken, using the latest technology to edit the angles and lighting, appear better looking, or just notably using Photoshop or using fake images. The friends pressure them, forcing them to either shame themselves or improve their bodies. One teenager interviewed said she would take down her own post if they got no likes, knowing that she was out of shape, and that she may be shamed or disregarded because of it, because many of the other girls in her grade were attractive, and most boys wanted that.
But come on, guys, we've only been talking about women. Can all of these apply to us manly men?
Well, the answer is yes. Duane A. Tingman actually talks about this in the journal Psychology of Men and Masculinity. But honestly, none of us, especially you, Kyle, are, very manly.
All of this is well and dandy, but it doesn't necessarily answer a question from the beginning of the video. This question being, how do we portray ourselves in social media to appear more beautiful?
I was actually about to start talking about that. For starters, there are lots of rules you have to follow when posting on social media. The first rule is that, let's just say when you're trying to appeal to men, like we said earlier, most of them are set on that perfect body image and usually discriminate against larger women. This leads to editing among these women, so men don't disregard them.
The second rule when posting to social media is that you can't be too skinny either. If you're too skinny, then people will assume that you're anorexic, and you can't get as many likes, so in other people's eyes, you won't be as beautiful.
Lastly, if you don't have any makeup on at all, it makes it look like you're not trying enough to be beautiful, but if you have too much makeup on, then it looks like you're trying too hard to look beautiful.
Oftentimes, guys and girls will nearly take 30 photos. Then they'll edit the photos to then achieve the ideal body they now perceive as the norm because of the so-called influencers they aspire to be like. If they can't achieve it with lighting and angles, they use editing. After posting the subject in question, for instance, they'll comment saying, "Oh my goodness, you're so pretty," when in reality, the photo posted isn't how the person looks in real life.
All of this seems a bit one-sided towards women, so let's ask something new. Is it possible to see this in men too?
The answer is yes. In a recent study, the Florida House Experience surveyed men and women and asked them if they got affected by what they see on social media, to see if there's a difference between the sexes in influence on social media. 88% of the women in the survey said that they compare themselves to the people they see in social media, with 55% saying that they found themselves unflattering. On the other hand, only 65% of the men interviewed said that they compared themselves to the people they see in social media, with 37% saying they found themselves unflattering.